Hello, and welcome back to a Black Friday edition of Pastoring in the Digital Parish. I'm Ryan Dunn, and today, as part of our National Podcast Posts Month series, we're going countercultural. Well, I don't know if that's really true, but this feels like a bit of a counterculture message on a day that is known for hustle and bustle. Today's NaPodPoMo mini episode is about managing time and resources effectively, and this practice includes settling in for some moments of rest. In the fast-paced world of digital ministry, managing time and resources can be a really significant challenge. Keeping up with content creation, social media management, and community engagement, all while balancing pastoral or ministerial duties, can be really daunting and sometimes exhausting. So, let's see if we can bring some energy and sustainability to our practice of digital ministry, shall we? Let's first address some practices from the digital content creation world that are beneficial for digital ministers as well. One is batching tasks. So group similar tasks together and tackle them in designated time blocks. For instance, dedicate a block of time solely for content creation, and another for responding to comments and messages, and a different one for planning. Otherwise, that comments and messages, it might take over your whole day if you're just kind of going after it as they come in. I find it really peace-inspiring to know that I have a time scheduled for specific tasks. So it's okay for me to put aside writing, say NaPodPoMo episodes, because I got like 7 of them to do, and then concentrate on something else when I know I have a time allotted to complete that batch of writing podcast mini episodes. All right, moving on to number 2, use some content scheduling tools. Utilize tools like Hootsuite, Buffer, or Later to schedule posts in advance. And this can help maintain a consistent online presence without, requiring daily manual posting. Most social media sites now host scheduling natively as well. The TikTok desktop app allows you to schedule posts. Meta Business Suite allows scheduling for Facebook and Instagram, so all that stuff works well too. Number 3, we're going to prioritize and delegate. Identify high-impact activities and prioritize those activities, and delegate tasks that can be handled by other team members or volunteers. Or let those tasks go. You can't do all the things, so keep a focus on those that make an impact for the mission of your ministry. Okay, enough said on that. Number 4, time tracking apps. Consider using time tracking apps like Toggle or Rescue Time. They can help you understand where your time is going and aid in making more informed decisions about managing it effectively. I've had to do a number of time usage audits for my work, especially as we transition to home offices. And these are really, really sobering experiences because you're forced to come to terms with the amount of time that you spend on tasks that really aren't all that necessary for your work success. I spent a huge amount of time on podcast editing. I responded to this for a while then by contracting out that editing, but in the end, I actually found that the amount of time and resources I invested in heavy editing had next to no return on investment. People still listened when we had millennial pauses, big breaths, and filler words. It's okay to not cut out everything. All right, number 5, consider some digital detoxes. Regularly unplugging from digital devices is crucial for your mental health, really. It prevents burnout and keeps your ministry sustainable in the long term. And that can also be a bit of a spiritual renewal time. Balancing digital ministry with spiritual well-being is vital. So here are some more practices that can help in the spiritual renewal realm. Daily devotionals. You don't need to hear a whole lot about this. Just start your day with some scripture reading and prayer, whatever works for you. It just sets a positive tone and keeps you grounded in your faith. I do mine analog style with a paper Bible and everything. That sounded really braggy. Let's move on. Mindfulness and meditation. Incorporate mindfulness exercises or Christian meditation into your routine to stay centered and to reduce stress. What would happen if you took a half hour to do a centering prayer, to set aside the phone and the distractions and just centered for a half hour? You might be surprised. Then there's regular Sabbath. Observe that day of rest, disconnect from digital platforms, and focus on rejuvenation and spiritual reflection. I know, this is tough, but if you get well into the practice of batching and planning your time, then this becomes doable. And if you are a deadline-driven person, the Sabbath scheduling really helps because it provides an implied deadline for your work. And then there's spiritual accountability. Have a mentor or spiritual accountability partner. Regular check-ins with this person can provide spiritual support, perspective, give you a shoulder to cry on, somebody to just kind of lean into. It's helpful. And apropos for this weekend, practice some gratitude. End your day by reflecting on what you are grateful for. It can shift the focus from the challenges of the ministry to the blessings that it brings. This is when you're likely to have those testimonial kind of moments. Managing time and resources in digital ministry is not just about efficiency. It's about creating a sustainable rhythm of work and rest and spiritual nourishment. So let's model that well, leaders. I am grateful for you, grateful for all you do. If you're grateful for this podcast, would you respond by leaving a rating and/or review on a platform like Apple Podcasts or Spotify? Thank you so much. Join us again tomorrow as we continue our journey in digital ministry. Pastoring in the Digital Parish is brought to you by Resource UMC, the online destination for leaders throughout the United Methodist Church. Visit often, visit now to find ideas and information to inspire United Methodist leaders throughout the connection. Okay, back with more tomorrow. Peace.